Yo, guys, welcome back to Undefeated Locals. It's the homies, Marvin and Edgar, back at it again. You already see it on the screen, bro. You know what we're here for? Star Trek Lower Decks. We're finally getting some reveals for
Yeah.
the 4 Challenger decks that we're going to be having. Star Trek Lower Decks, Challenger decks, they're going to be releasing here in December. So before Nationals, before Worlds, another 4 products are going to be jumping straight into the format. And we've got the not so exclusive reveals. Be sure to check out every other content creator this morning. They're going to all be releasing some of these reveals, some of these characters. So let's dig right into it here.
All right. So first up, we have Brad Boimler.
Yeah.
Uh, this is by the book Ensign. Uh, Pretty cool. He is a 6 hand size, 27 health character, and he says response after you play a diplomacy card, your rival commits 1 foundation, and then enhance your turn. Each player draws 1 card. So this is pretty big. We wanted to talk about this one because we saw the word diplomacy.
Absolutely. The UVS games did a cool thing where they kind of just asked us which character we'd like to see more of. We picked Brad specifically because of this diplomacy ability. We really want to see what's going on with the new mechanic. And even though so far, we'll get there, guys. Don't worry. We got some diplomacy stuff. Right off the rip, though, he seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to have diplomacy cards to play, whatever those cards may be. So all of our attacks have commit 1 on them, which is really good. And then both players draw a card. That's really good. You're a 7-hand size character, right?
Yeah, easy. And like just figure out what to do with your opponent's hand, which
Yeah,
we'll get into.
yeah, absolutely. He's got ways around that.
Yeah. Next up, so we did talk about this before, guys, right? These decks are going to come with 2 characters each, and there was a
Absolutely.
lot of speculation about what those characters were going to be. Uh, it's him.
It's just more Brad. Yeah, guys. So we got Brad number 2, acting captain. Very, very cool. If for those that have seen the show, you already know what's going on here. We've taken control of the ship. Brad, acting captain, is a 721, so a hand size swap, which I really, really like. Very, very spicy. We've got enhance. If it is your turn, each player discards 1 card and draws 1 card. If there are 2 or more attacks in a player's card pool, each player commits 1 foundation. So again, more of that like draw and discard action going on. So of course we're going to work with cards that may pertain to those abilities. And then we've got response. After a rival commits 1 or more foundations during the enhance step, this attack gets +1 or -1 damage. So we can use this ability on their turn, kind of force them to commit a foundation, give it -1 damage. Some pretty interesting damage reduction going on. And then we see like a complete like little symbol altercation, right? This guy's got
Yeah.
the fire symbol. Of course, we share some symbols with the other Brad because we want to use the same card pool, but very, very neat.
Yeah. Moving right along, we got some of the cooler cards here.
Yeah. 2 assets. What do we got going
Yeah.
on here, Edgar?
So I'll talk about Combadge. I know you're super excited for the other one.
Yes.
So Combadge here is a 2 diff asset with +2 low block, checks a 5. Uh, it says enhance commit, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. I love this card.
Yeah, that card's insane. Like Rodon's character ability on an asset.
Yeah.
Very, very dope.
It's not a unique asset. It's got order attuned,
Yeah.
which is something else we'll get into here in a second. I think you guys can already see
Absolutely.
it. But yeah, this is a very good asset. I like how they've really turned assets around
Yeah, for
lately.
sure. Assets have felt like absolutely insane. Attack on Titan 2, we're getting into Star Trek. Both of these assets, we'll get into the big ship on the screen here in just a second. But Edgar hinted at it. We've got attuned symbols in Challenger decks.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest, like, wow moment when I saw these reveals. I was looking through these cards, like, oh, these are neat, these are neat. And then I was like, why do we have 1 symbol? Oh! So yeah, very, very cool. If you're an order character at all, you get to just jam this card into your deck. You do not, however, get to play the USS Cerritos. This guy is a 4-symbol card, Chaos, Life, Order, and Void, but they're not attuned, so we have to be maining those symbols, and I can definitely see why right off the rip. This guy's a 6-diff asset, unique, +3 midlock, checks a 4, and it has form once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 of them to your hand, 1 of them to the bottom of your deck, and 1 of them even to the top of your deck. What an
Yeah.
absolutely insane ability. We get to selectively draw a card, know what we're checking, bottom deck like a 6 check or something, right? Make
Yeah.
sure we check well if the game's lasted that long. Very, very powerful card.
Yeah.
Definitely well deserving of its 6 diff, but I think this will find a home in plenty of deck lists.
Exactly. Next up. So we get another 6 diff, this one on the oranger side of the spectrum.
Aw, yeah.
And this thing is insane, guys. So this is a 6 diff survey mission. It's got the keywords throw and diplomacy. Throw's huge here, guys. It has a 3 mid for 7 with a +2 mid block. And it says blitz, your rival chooses 1. And this is, you're going to start seeing what diplomacy means here in a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Blitz, your rival chooses 1. They reveal their hand. Your attacks get +1 speed and +1 damage this turn. That's all the attacks this turn. And then the last one is your rival commits 2 foundations. So all bad choices here.
Yeah, yeah, there's no good option for your rival to pick.
Yeah, I think the best one, if you're built for it, is your rival commits 2 foundations.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even then, it's still not great.
No, 100%. A stun 2 on a throw is absolutely insane.
Yeah, and then we got response after your rival draws 1 or more cards. This attack is +2 damage, which is huge in this particular deck.
Yeah, this is just a 9 damage throw, right?
Yeah, easy. And if they take that one right there, it's a 10. It's a 4/10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
that is just juicy stuff there, guys.
Yeah, yeah, very, very cool. We're really starting to see what diplomacy means. Making your rival like ask a question, right? It's very, very cool. We're asking a ton of questions. Our rival does not have many good answers to choose from. But next up, you already see it on the screen. 2 diff, 2 mid block foundation, chronically dehydrated. This guy says Ensign Enhance, discard 1 card. This attack gets +2 damage, only playable if your character has the Ensign trait. Makes sense. And then Enhance, sacrifice 1 foundation, freeze 1 ready rival foundation. What an like wow, man, what a horrible thing to have do. I'm gonna freeze that. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna commit it later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it blocks your opponent from being able to commit certain foundations
Yeah,
of the block.
absolutely.
It's
If they
really
if
good.
they have commit costs, those are
Yeah,
just off the table,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, very solid foundation.
Moving right along, we're moving into, and last up we have uh a 2 diff foundation here, guys. No, not last up. We got one more otherwise, but first contact day. This is a 2 diff +2 high block, checks a 5. It's got a static here, guys. It says while this card is ready in your stage, and there's a diplomacy card in your card pool, your rival's attack gets -1 speed, and then enhance your turn commit. If your rival has 11 or more foundations, this one's interesting. Commit 2 rival foundations. So it says enhance your turn commit, right? If your rival has 11 or more foundations. That's a lot more letters than deadlock.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't know what's happening here. Like, I don't know if we're just like removing like deadlock as a keyword and making it like more new player friendly of like
Yeah.
this is exactly what a deadlock ability is, which I could see being pretty useful. So yeah, yeah, really, really interesting text there. I'm curious if we see it again or if this was just like
A one
the
off.
one off,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, very, very good ability. Very, very good static on this guy. -1 speed to all their moves is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this guy is pretty, pretty solid. And then last but not least, we got the 3 diff, 1 low block, rules stickler. This guy just says response once per turn. After your rival builds 1 or more foundations during the combat phase, due to a non-character effect, commit 1 of those foundations.
Yeah, so this is seizing bait, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is gonna hit like quite a few things in the format that I can think of. Seizing the advantage, non-characters, so recovery girls are safe out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see this being pretty useful, especially with these decks, right? Of course, this is gonna target something out of
Yeah,
these
yeah.
decks.
We just got so we just got the Desperate Plea card, which is just a reprint
Of
of
Manly
Manly
Passionate
Passionate.
Guy. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that'll hit that as well, and that's going to be like rocking into the format. Every character is going to be playing that has that life symbol. So yeah, really, really good tech piece here. And what an insane set of reveals just coming down the line, right?
Yeah.
Already these cards are so dope, so flavorful.
I can't wait to see what some of the other creators picked because, like, I love this stuff, but I want to see some of these other symbols, man.
Same, yeah. All of these having the attune symbol, guys. Some of these characters have the water symbol. We're gonna get water attune cards. So excited to see what the other homies are going to be revealing today. So let us know in the comments how excited you are. I know these reveals got me super hyped. I'm a pretty
Yeah.
big fan of Star Trek myself. Even Lower Decks was a very fun show. Very excited to see what is coming down the line. And then set your phasers to Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll have another surprise for you guys. So look forward to that. Let us know in the comments what you're hoping to see out of these challenger decks, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.